While some people rallied at the courthouse, other activists are speaking out in a different way. A new art exhibit is open, and it's all about the protests that have taken place over the last few months. Tonight is opening night, and our Sydney Stallworth was there. She tells us more.
A brand new activist art show has made its way to Huntsville, and they're exhibiting everything from signs carried during demonstrations to paintings made by local artists. And organizers say it's all about documenting the history that's happening right before our eyes.
All these protest signs that are hanging up that have been used in protests here in Huntsville. And yeah, some of them are a little banged up. We even have a protest sign that has tear gas on it that was used in June 3rd protest, I believe.
The activist art show isn't put on by any one group, but a number of activists. One independent journalist and legal observer helped organize the exhibit. She's been documenting demonstrations in the valley for the past few months. She says exhibits like this one are necessary because film is forever, and the community is able to see what happened from right there on the ground, which she believes contrasts what has been reported by Huntsville police.
It's really interesting to watch their actions and then how they speak about their actions and actually misrepresent the truth of what has happened. So I have photographs or videos, and so do other independent photographers and journalists here, that literally prove Chief McMurray, for instance, is lying to the city council and to the mayor in a public forum.
Organizers say the protest signs mean more than meets the eye.
It's the only resource we have. It's the only way we have to speak out. So these are our words and our ideas that we've put, just on cheap cardboard.
But she says the meaning behind these words is priceless.
These words, I mean, a lot of power is in these words right here.
The exhibit will be open here at the first floor connector at Low Mill until Saturday. Putting the Valley first, Sydney Stallworth, WZDX News.